Greetings everyone, welcome to video number 50 in the project management series presented by Process Geekoid. Today's agenda will be going over reviewing the PMBOK process table as well as the 46th process of Manage Stakeholder Engagement. As always, please subscribe, like, and comment. So let's move forward. After identifying our stakeholders and planning of how to manage each stakeholder, we are now in the execution phase of the project. As project managers, we must manage our stakeholders by communicating on a regular basis throughout the project. The 46th process of Manage Stakeholder Engagement is the process of communicating and working with stakeholders to meet their needs and expectations, address any issues as they occur, and foster appropriate stakeholder engagement in project activities throughout the project lifecycle. So in a nutshell, Manage Stakeholder Engagement takes in stakeholder management plan as an input along with rejected changes, also known as a change log, from the Perform Integrated Change Control process, giving an issue log as an output with pending issues that need to be resolved by raising change requests to resolve these issues to be implemented in direct and managed project work process. So let's stop there. Basically what's going on is every time a change request is risen, it goes into the Perform Integrated Change Control process to be approved or rejected, and any rejected changes will be stored in the change log and need to be reworked again, and the stakeholders have to decide if they want to raise change requests to get those fixed. And at the very end, the goal is to have no issues left, and the change log should be empty as well as the issue log towards the end of the project. So the cyclical cycle of issue log to change log will keep happening until all the issues have been resolved and all changes have been approved. But keep in mind that there will be some issues that will still be pending for the project, and we want to keep that at a minimum. But at the end, goal is to have all the issues been resolved and have those changes raised and get them approved in Perform Integrated Change Control to be approved and implemented in direct and managed project work process. And in Managed Stakeholder Engagement process, we are communicating and working with all stakeholders to meet their expectations and address these issues to foster stakeholder engagement in project activities throughout the project lifecycle from initiation to closing. So as we mentioned, the change log is coming from Perform Integrated Change Control, and the output is going to be the issue log, which have pending changes or issues. And the overall point of doing this is that we're trying to clarify and resolve these issues as much as possible in this process, and anticipate any future problems that might be risen by stakeholders and address these concerns as we go along, so preventing them from becoming issues. For ITTOs for Managed Stakeholder Engagement are shown here. For inputs, we have the Stakeholder Management Plan, and then we have the change log, which is coming from rejected changes from the Perform Integrated Change Control process. Then you have OPA updates, organizational process assets, and organizational communication requirements, issue management procedures, change control procedures, and historical information about previous projects. Also for an input, we have the communication management plan, and that includes the stakeholder communication requirements, information to be communicated including the language, format, content, and level of detail, the reason for distribution of the information, the person or groups who will receive the information, and any escalation processes that will be outlined in the communication management plan as an input. For tools and techniques, we have communication methods. Recall from the communication knowledge area that we have push communication, pull communication, and interactive. And in push communication, we'll be emailing. So it is a push of the message using email. It's one way. You don't know if the receiver has received it. And then you have pull communication, where users are pulling information from a central location, such as a database or from a SharePoint site. and interactive communication is through the use of Skype or conference calls where reciprocal flow is between two or more people. Then for outputs, we have the issue log. So notice the key data flow that's happening here is we have the rejected changes in the change log, and by using the methods and skills and management skills, we get an issue log as the output. The issue log now is going to be any pending issues that will be worked on in the next round, and hopefully the issue log will then prompt us to raise change requests as an output to be worked on again in the perform and integrated change control process to be approved or rejected. So the end goal is to have minimal issues and have that empty towards the end of the project, and hopefully all changes have been approved by then and implemented in the final product, service, or result. Next output is going to be the project management plan updates and project document updates, along with organizational process asset updates specifically to stakeholder notifications, project reports, project presentations, project records, feedback from stakeholders, and lessons learned documentation. So the output here of issue log will now feed as an input to the last process of control or monitor stakeholder engagement, and we'll talk about that in the next process. So the key benefit of Manage Stakeholder Engagement process is that it allows the project manager to increase support and minimize resistance from stakeholders, significantly increasing chances to achieve project success. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment.